Very good succession. Succession, very good.
Here we go.
I love that purple on the shirt.
Yeah?
It's very nice.
Pleasures. So nice. Alrighty. Episode 13. Unlucky for some. But not today. Our good mate Colax number 13.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyway, episode 13, Being Human Show. I have a very special guest today. He's been on the show before. He was on episode 6.
4.
4?
Cuzzy.
Damn. Really?
Yes, sir.
Fuck, it's been that long.
Yeah, no,
Shit.
it's definitely a great episode.
It was a
Enjoyed
good episode.
Yeah,
very
really
good episode.
Thorough. Great.
So what's your name? Remind the people.
My name is Harrison, for those who don't know me. Been mates with Lachy since kindy, man.
4 years old. Big
The
4
big
years
4
old.
years old, yeah, absolutely. Bonded over Spider-Man, Star Wars, you name it.
Hell yeah. So what do you do with yourself?
Well, currently studying, doing a Bachelor of Health Sciences at the minute, trying to
Nice.
specialise into dentistry, and I just currently work part-time at a pharmaceutical distribution centre. So that's really
Nice.
great. Yeah, I love my job. It's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You got to love what you do, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this podcast might be a little bit messy because it was a last minute job. We were going to record, I was going to say like fuck it and record Wednesday night, but I thought may as well just get up on Wednesday.
Yeah, no, allow that. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
allow it, fam.
Allow it, fam.
So I brought Harry over, and I do actually have some news for the podcast and for Harrison. It's actually
Ooh.
not what you think it is.
Is it not?
No.
Okay.
But anyway,
I'm
so
excited.
we'll jump into a quick like weekly.
Okay, yeah. Take it back to what you need to. Set
Let's
the
take it
scene.
back. Take it back.
Take it way back.
So we'll start with Friday.
Yeah, go on then.
So no, what day did we go to the pub? Was
Went
it
to the pub on
Thursday?
Thursday night.
Thursday
yeah.
night. Me and Harry
Nice
went to the
Thurs.
pub.
Yeah.
Went to Brookie's Tavern. Had a pint.
Yeah.
And then saw our good mate Mitchell Cusworth,
Yep.
Bailey Jones,
It was a good time, eh?
a couple other lads there.
Unexpected, like,
Yeah.
we didn't. It was just supposed to be me and you, and then they were there, and then
Yeah.
migrated tables.
It's
and
crazy because I was actually going to ask Mitch to come to Brookie's and he was already there. Go figure.
Yeah,
I mean,
that wavelength
not really a
from that.
surprise, but
Yeah, that's all Gucci.
So what did you do for your rest of your weekend? Like, did you get too much or what?
So from Thursday night, obviously went to bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah, nah, surprise. I got up about 8 o'clock next day, Friday. Had work all day till about 7:30. So I started like 10:30, finished at 7:30. Then just kind of had a bit of a chill time, because then that was leading into this today, which was, so we had Saturday, Sunday, and then today, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Saturday, Sunday, just been helping the in-laws move house, and just it's really been such a chaotic weekend. Just trying to get everything done, but we got it all in. Yeah, that's what she said. But but no, we had a truck, so we had we had a truck, yeah, big truck. Moved all the stuff. No, it was really good. We actually managed to make really good time on everything. So that's pretty much what I've done, and I've just come from there today as well. Now I'm here. So
Yeah, right.
how about yourself?
Oh, dude, I had the best weekend.
That's good.
Like, it was like, I did everything,
Yeah.
and I also had a nice ending.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like,
no, for
Friday
sure, I
night
feel
we
that.
didn't. I don't think I did much. I can't actually remember.
Yeah,
what-
I
oh
didn't
no,
do-
sorry, I do. She's gonna kill me for that. I went on a date. I went to Holy Moly on
no.
Friday night. Little spontaneous date.
I love Holy Moly.
Yeah, dude, it was actually
No,
fun.
It's great. They need to expand more courses.
They
but
do,
it
for
is
sure.
Great. It is great.
It was really fun. Like, had a good time. So we did that spontaneous and had a little movie night afterwards.
Oh, so what'd you go see?
Oh, we just like had it at home.
Oh yeah, no.
We're watching
Sweet.
Too Hot to Handle.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that shitter show
My-
is so good, man.
My partner has watched a little bit of it. Like, obviously, I was at work, because she watches heaps of different shows when I'm at work.
Dude.
Yeah, and she finished like the whole thing. I think. I don't know if she
Shut up, man.
featuring the dog at the minute, but
Yeah.
that's right. No, she I think she's finished. I don't know if she watches it or anything anymore, but yeah, she said it was alright.
Too Hot to Handle, The Circle. I'm literally watching all of those shitty
Circle?
shows.
Oh,
Circle's good, man.
Is that true?
Shut up, man.
What the hell you're doing, man?
What the hell, man? Yeah. So all the shitty shows. So
Is that like your choice of watching it,
Oh,
or
dude,
was it her?
honestly-
Was it her
honestly,
idea?
like-
Was she like, oh,
I would never watch them.
Yeah.
But she was like, "Oh, like give it a crack."
Yeah, okay.
And I was addicted straight away. Like
Right.
those shitty shows that you're not meant to get addicted to.
Bro, but you know what? Like, I've seen like so many memes where it's so true where you'll be like, this guy like lying down on his girlfriend.
Yeah,
and
I've
she's
seen it.
like,
She sent it to me.
Yeah.
She sent it to me.
It's like, I'll tell the people if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but it's like literally the girl's lying down watching her show, and then like the guy's like snuggled into her, and it's like when her crappy show is getting interesting.
Bro, she said it to me. Once I started messaging her about how I was watching, because I watched the first season, like, I'm watching the second season now, and
Yeah.
I'm like getting really into it.
Yeah, you get stuck
and
in
I'm
it.
messaging her like, "Oh, why is this person doing this?" And she's like, and then she just sent me that meme, and I'm just like,
bro.
"Oh, for fuck's
But
sake."
you know what? My partner, she actually has never chosen a bad TV show, if I'm being honest. Like, every show she's watched, she'd be like, let's watch it. I'd be like, oh, nah, maybe. Watch the first episode. I'm hooked, bro. Like,
Yeah.
It's actually, she's just got an act for picking good movies and good
Mm.
TV shows. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that was my Friday, and then Saturday, we went to the casino with the
Oh, did ya?
fellas.
Did you?
Yeah.
Name the fellas if you.
Dylan, Jamo, Evan Gosney,
Oh, good blokes. yeah.
Buckley, Dylan Buckley.
Awesome. Good time then.
Mitchell Cusworth met us out.
That's nice.
Yep.
I like seeing you guys on. I know it sounds a bit weird, but I like seeing you lads on social media. You always have a good time. You guys seem to vibe it out.
We
and
do. The
support each
casino
other, you
was
know?
really packed because it was the Dreamtime game.
Yeah.
Essendon Tigers. So
Oh, yeah.
like it was just packed.
Yeah.
Like, and we didn't really get to bet
Yeah.
or anything like that. So we just ended up leaving. Like ended up going to Metros with Evan and Dylan Buckley.
Where you belong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Well.
Well, Braden Monk was there too.
Oh, okay. That's like your main kind of boys circle,
yeah.
you know. Good blokes.
Yeah. Oh, Dalton.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't forget
Mr.
Dalton.
Mr.
Mr.
Preedy.
Dalton Preedy.
Mr.
Of course.
I love
course.
Dalton. He's actually such a good bloke, man.
Yeah.
Such a nice
Dalton.
guy.
Dalton. When he was on here, he was so good to talk
Bro,
to.
I
man.
loved that episode. Was that episode 5 or 6? I think.
I think it was the one after you came on.
5.
So yeah.
That was a great episode.
No, honestly,
really
like
enjoyed that.
such a lovely bloke.
No, for
Love
sure.
Dalton. So yeah, we went to the cast and then we ended up because I drove. I'm not drinking at the moment, as you guys know. So we drove to Metros and Jamal and Dill stayed in the city. And then we just had a good night. Dropped everyone home. Blah 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 blah.
It's actually kind of good when you get to be the one that drives it for me.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes because like you don't wake up feeling terrible the next day.
You don't waste your next day, like and you don't
exactly.
spend money. Like I only spent like I think $30
Yeah,
for that night.
Exactly.
So yeah, we had that, and then Sunday, the girl had something planned for us,
Ooh.
and I didn't know what it was.
Oh, okay, cool.
So she surprised me. So she's been planning this all week, you know, like the anticipation was like she was just building that shit.
She got the board
The
out.
suspense. Oh my god, dude! I was fucking like, what is this girl doing to me?
Yeah.
And then pulled up at a nice hotel, had a nice room. It was nice. Yeah, she spoilt me, man. And
That's
honestly,
good, bro. You deserve it, brother. You
honestly,
deserve
no.
it.
Do you know what? It was honestly, as soon as I walked into that room and then I saw her face light up, like I was just like, yeah.
She's watching right now, eh?
Of course, she's watching right now.
Thank you very much for spoiling my
boy.
my main man here. Well, apart from Cole, you know, the main man.
Yep. And the so there's some big news. There's two big news. The first big news is that me and her are actually official now. So
Mate, congratulations.
thank you,
That's good
sir.
stuff. Very fantastic stuff.
Here's to a long future.
Yep, absolutely.
And
Peace, love, positivity, and success, bro.
100%.
Prosperity.
She's great. So
that's awesome. I'm happy for you, brother.
I'm off the market now. Okay. No more arranged marriage now. Okay.
Oh, bro. Nah, that's too good. You found them.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my weekend,
That's
and
good.
here we are today.
I actually forgot. In terms of saying about movies, you went and saw movie set at home this weekend, right?
Yep,
With the new
Yep.
misso now.
Yeah.
The misso. I actually went to the movies just last night on Sunday night with my misso, and we watched the third Conjuring.
Oh, dude, Dylan was he watched it with Carly.
Yeah, like if I'm being honest, I'm a huge fan of like the whole Conjuring series, like all of them, even the spin-offs, you know, like Annabelle and the Nun and stuff. Nun was kind of average, but I just think from when they've released the first Conjuring, it was so amazing because no one had seen anything that scary kind of thing before. Yeah. And then it's kind of gotten more Hollywood now. It's just way more Hollywood now.
When that dropped, it was the scariest movie ever.
It honestly was. Yeah. Like, people said they legit couldn't sleep after it and shit. And I was like, now thinking back on it now, I'm like, bro, I could watch that, no problems.
Yeah.
Like, I love scary movies. I'll watch anything.
I love horror movies. Would I enjoy the new one?
You would, but if you've liked the first and second one like a lot, like I have, you'd be like, it's okay. I enjoy the storyline, but the jump scares are pretty average, if I'm being honest.
Gotcha.
I did like the plot of the third one. It was interesting, but what's good about them is they're all based off of the real life events that that Ed and Lorraine Warren have investigated.
Yep.
But I will say this, that I think the funnest one to watch and like the one that kind of gives me like chills is Annabelle 2 for sure. That was that was great, Annabelle 2.
No, do you know what movies I love? The Insidious movies, all of them,
You know
except
what?
the key, the last key or whatever it's called. That was shit.
That was the first Insidious I watched, and I honestly was like, this is kind of trash compared to other one, like any other horror movie I've seen.
But
the first one and the second looks pretty
one?
good. I think the second one looks the best.
Yeah, dude, it was so good.
That one looks pretty good. I've never actually gotten stuck into them, but yeah.
They're probably my favorite horror movies, to be honest.
No, absolutely. I love horror movies, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really have much else. Do you have any stories of something you want to talk about?
Not a whole lot, eh? I mean, like, it's just been good to come back on the couch, you know what I mean? Have a little chat, you know, let things unravel a bit.
When Evan came on last week, he was like, "Oh, this couch is dangerous, man." And I was like, "Why do you think Tom was lying on it when we were recording?"
You just feel so at home, like comfy, you know, you feel in a good space. And but no, I mean, not a whole lot has been going on in my life apart from studying and working, but like recently I've kind of recognized that like I've always had a good mental state, but like I kind of took a step back one day and I was like, oh, why am I feeling a bit, you know, upset? Like, why do I feel a bit, you know, just a bit like taken back,
acknowledging the problem.
Exactly. Like and the scary thing is you don't actually know that you might be facing something.
That's exactly what we were talking about last week.
Yeah, I think you and Evan might have touched on that. Yeah. And I just kind of thought to myself, like, I've got nothing to worry about, but yet I feel this little bit of just angst for some reason. And I thought, I don't want to feel that way anymore. And I used to adopt like these two main mentalities. And I used to have this back when I was like 14, 15. Like if I ever went through something, was like number one was literally like, just like take it steady, take it like calm, really analyze the situation. Ask yourself, what is it that is upsetting you? Or like, can you deal with it at this point in time? And like make a list, like, you know, make a mental list. Like, is this, you know, can you solve it at this point in time, and then kind of work down. And number two is also like decluttering your mind. Like when you declutter, if you declutter your mind of stuff that is just irrelevant and not important, you'll be so much happier. Like, and another third part is pretty much just like, don't let things bother you too much. Like things that used to bother me so much, I found like now I'm just kind of like, okay, I'll deal with it, no problem. But like stressing about it's not gonna help. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I think that comes with age and maturity, but
oh, absolutely, bro. And I think like when you've gone through like a lot of situations in your life, you can kind of apply this concept to pretty much anything, you know, regardless of the extent to it and everything like that. So you know,
maturity is, especially with that sort of shit. It's like when you're younger, everything seems like the end of the world.
Oh, bro. Like,
you know what I mean?
That 100%, bro. And you know what I think is a huge issue, like especially in our generation and our society today, is our generation in particular.
Bro,
sorry if you guys can hear the dog. Yeah,
he loves barking while I'm recording.
But no, I feel like the main issue that actually is kind of like causes a ripple effect in our generation is honestly like we compare what we think success is to those of people who are like $1 million status, like TikTokers, YouTubers.
100%.
Like
bro.
people look at like Logan Paul and like Jake Paul, like look how much money they're making, and like people are like, yeah, like they, you know, have like a bad rep, or they shit talk or whatever. But it's kind of like, that's where I feel like a lot of people get sad, get depressed, don't feel fulfilled in what they're doing in their everyday life, because our generation is kind of so, like, you look like, I think you talked about it on, I don't know whose podcast it was, or even a couple episodes back, you were saying how like kids are saying nowadays, oh, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up. Like I want to be a TikToker. Do you know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing wrong with like YouTube or TikTok. It's great. It's awesome stuff. But I just feel like you can't compare.
Not everyone can do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you can't compare where you're at to other people's. Like,
That's
you know, it's not a race, bro. You know, you got to take your own time.
You can't. Not everyone can be Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be Logan Paul. Not everyone can be KSI. No. You know what I mean? Like, there's only one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's everyone that I like. For example, the boys like Evan, Dill, everyone, right? They're all doing their thing, but they're all doing their own thing.
Yeah,
and they still strive for that success, but they're doing it their own way. Yeah. They're not trying to be like, you know what I mean?
No, 100%, bro. Like, I just feel like it's all a matter of, you got to stay in your own lane. You know,
Yeah.
you got to achieve what you want to achieve. Set goals. Don't
Make
worry
your
about
own
the
lane.
person.
Don't fucking follow someone else's.
Like
Yeah.
don't worry about other people next to you, bro. Like, you know, do your own thing. And in particular, it's also just like Russ, obviously he has his audiobook and he talks about like everyone's doing the same thing as you.
What's the audiobook called?
Get Out of Your Own Way, I think.
Yep.
It's really great. I've listened to it once. I'm re-listening to it again to remind myself of like the good philosophies about it. But it's pretty much saying like if something is good for you at that time, it may sound good, it may feel good, but if there's something that's kind of distracting you from it or like preventing you from really diving in, then you know it's not for you. And I just think there's a lot to take away from that mentality. Like we always talk about it, and me and you, and even Cole, we talk about how staying positive, you know, always staying positive. It sounds so cliche, but it's just kind of like when you really like just want to feel like peace and serenity, you will really be able to declutter your mind. You stay in your own lane. Have your goals. Short-term goals are so important.
Yeah, dude, I was actually talking to someone, I can't remember who it was, but I don't like thinking about the future. I like thinking, I don't like planning for 5 years in the future. I like, because previously I've been, you know, I've been in relationships or jobs or whatever that haven't gone the way I wanted them to, and they just killed all my goals. So now I'm just like, all right, let's set short-term goals. Like, let's aim for this. Let's try and achieve this. But let's do it in a month. Or let's do it right tomorrow. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, short-term goals, have the long-term goal maybe tucked away in the back of your mind, what you ultimately want. But then the short-term goals, when you achieve them, it makes the long-term goal feel so much more achievable.
Yep.
And that's what people need to understand, you know what I mean? Like,
I saw a really cool photo, actually. It was like, it was like the comparison between taking small steps and big steps. And it was a guy at the bottom of a ladder that had, like, obviously steps to a ladder, but they were separated further apart, and he couldn't reach the first one
because they're too
and
big.
then the second picture on the other side was a guy that was already halfway up the ladder but with smaller steps, and I was like, you know what, nice.
Just those small little like images really change people's frame of mind. Like, I know there's moments in my life that I'll hold forever, even if it's like 20 seconds of a moment.
All right, what's something like that? What's something that you hold deep that you kind of remind yourself of?
I reckon this one I will take to the grave. I'll tell my children this one. Like, you know, I don't know, in whatever school you went to, you had to do like community service, right?
Yep.
In year 10 at my school, that was when we had to do it. We didn't do it any other year. We went to this kind of like caravan farm place, and the boys were with one of the maintenance blokes. The girls got to do painting, and we got to change sprinklers all day and stuff like that. He showed us how to do it. Really great teacher, really nice bloke. At the end of the day, he brings all the boys around. He goes, look, lads, like, no matter what you guys decide to do in your life, he goes, if you go to work, just know that when you go to work, you're going to go home at the end of the day anyway. You can go home knowing you did the best you possibly could at work, or you can go home knowing you did fuck all. And that has stayed with me for the rest of my life. Like whatever I do in my shift, like if I'm tired, but like, you know what, like, I want to get this done early so I can do other shit, you know what I mean? Like, go to work knowing, come with a plan. And he even said, like, he goes, and like, that has literally stayed with me for the rest of my life. Like, I'll always think about it all the time.
It's a good message.
Yeah, it's a good message. Like, you're going home anyway. So you can either go home knowing you did really well, go home knowing you did fuck all. So.
Yeah.
And even other things as well. Like, there's been other moments, but like, obviously that's the most prominent one I think, like, I've always referred back to in my life. So. Have you ever had one like that for yourself? Like, is there something that's really stood out for you? It's just been super small, but it was so, like, made a huge impact.
I mean, not on that level.
Yeah.
But there is something that, like, okay, it's a long story.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say it. I'm going to tell the story.
Yeah, go on there, man. I've got time.
It's not on that sort of level.
Yeah.
Right? It's not sort of like work side of thing, but it's just something that I hold because it's like, I don't know. Like, you know once I tell the story. But anyway, there's an old bloke that used to mow our lawns.
Yeah, right.
I won't say his name. But he's also one of my dad's clients.
Yeah.
And this bloke has known. He's been mowing my lawn since I was like 11 or something. He doesn't anymore. He's too old now. But, this one time, because he knows I play footy, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day. He came in for a coffee, and I walked up to him, and I was like having a little chat to him, and he's just teaching me little things about footy.
Yeah.
You know, like he's teaching me how to, like, a one-hand pickup.
Yeah.
And stuff like just little things like that.
The good techniques,
right?
Like,
And then, like, for a while, I didn't see him for a long time. He gave me he bought me a footy and stuff. You know, we had that. He was always someone that I don't know, Just like in your mind, you have always had that one
like,
person.
You think about that image
Yeah.
every other
So
day.
whenever
you know
I was
what mean?
playing footy or whatever, I would always think of him, and my game was quite. There was actually one time because he taught
you
me the
tried
one hand
it.
pickup,
Yeah,
right?
you tried it.
There was one game. It was pouring rain, Mundajong, right? Middle of winter, just
Yeah,
fucking shit weather.
Mudslide.
Bounces on the ground. I'm running off the bench. A one hand pickup, literally just vroom, like that, and just book it.
Gonskis.
And then I just kick it, and then we kick a goal from it, right?
Yeah.
And my dad goes, you know what? That's exactly what he taught you.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, right? But
It's
I
cool
hadn't
that your
seen,
dad could recognise that as well,
yeah,
though.
yeah. I hadn't seen this guy in years,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, I got the job at the office.
Yeah, yeah.
I've had it for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
Last year, I saw him again.
Yeah.
He'd probably be like 85, 90
Sheesh.
between there.
Yeah, right.
He walks up to me and he looks up. He goes, "Jesus Christ, you've grown!" Like, and I was like, "How you going, mate?" Like,
yeah, good old
you
Lachy
know,
Harrower.
he's like, "You still playing your footy? You still playing footy?" I'm like, "Nah, like, made of glass now, can't play anymore." And he's
Aren't
like,
we all, bro? Aren't
yeah,
we
he was
all,
like,
man?
"Oh, that's a real shame.
Yeah.
Don't give up that love for it,
Yeah,
like stuff like that." And I use footy as a symbol.
Yeah.
Right? It's something you love.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Whether you love your football.
Yeah, football,
right?
soccer, football.
I
yeah.
love my AFL.
AFL,
right?
yeah.
And he said, never, like, don't give up on what you love.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
like,
it, bro.
that's something I hold, because he taught me how to love footy and play footy. But at the same time, there's a bigger picture of that. And it's just like, don't give up on things that you love.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even if I don't play again, my love for it is still there.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And I can pass that down to my son. He can pass it on to his.
Bro.
Or my daughter. She can play footy too.
Exactly, man.
You know what I mean? But like little things like that.
I love that, bro. That's a nice story, man. Like, I
Yeah.
love stuff like that because every other day or during the week, it might pass through your mind just once. Like
Yeah.
every day, it might even just once, and you'll be like, make you smile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, he's
Yeah.
someone I'll always say. Like, he's not he's super close to me. He's just someone that I love.
But at that point in time, it made an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
what
love-
you can take. You take away what you want from that story, but look,
It's a
long
nice
story short, don't give up on what you love.
No,
just follow what you
absolutely.
love, and
You got to make the short term goals. You got to hustle it out. And a lot of people who have the motivational speaks, they always say the same thing, which is trust the process.
trust
They
the
always
process.
say trust the
Yes,
process.
sir.
I mean, in the darkest of the dark, trust me, you need to trust the process.
Yep.
Like, it sucks.
Everything, as cliche as it sounds, everything does happen for
Yeah.
a reason, bro.
In the
That's something I live by these
exactly,
days.
bro. In the audiobook, Russ was like, "Oh, you need to like if you got to work at McDonald's to support your dream, that's what you got to do. Like, you need that income from that job, that's what you got to do. You
Mm.
know what I mean? Like, have that mind and have that self-belief. That's a huge one as well, self-belief.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I mean, I miss playing soccer, bro. Like, even we had indoor, that
Bro,
was great, man.
That whole just like that whole team.
yeah,
like, you know
the
what I mean?
Barcelona
Like that-
team, yeah. We talked about it on episode 4
Yeah, like,
podcast.
But even Barcelona aside, like my footy team.
Yeah,
Even that 1 year I played at Sutherland's.
missed that like.
Just like the
cohesiveness.
companion, like that, like being like I don't know, like a group. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
And like being like, oh, Nando's after the game.
Yeah,
you know what
just
I mean?
like
Like-
little stuff like that. Like knowing that that'll probably won't happen again.
Yeah.
Really does suck. Like I could go play footy again, but I'll break. You know. But like, I just wish I took it for granted back then,
Yeah.
and now I'm just like,
Yeah, it felt like the glory days because like super fit, scoring
Yeah.
goals and stuff.
yeah,
Oh, bro.
it just sucks. But there was a little bit of so moving on.
Yeah, of course.
There was a little bit of news from this weekend, and that was the local CY Connors burning down the pub.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Not good.
not good at all.
That sucks. They probably did one of the best palmies around.
Oh, they had number 1 steak sandwich in WA,
Yeah.
I think.
Mm.
That was fantastic spot. My family, so my partner, my parents, us four, like pretty much went there once a week at least. Got a feed, have a pint, generally like on a Saturday or a Thursday or something like that. And now I'm gonna have to wait like bloody 6 months to a year before they reopen.
It's the best local place in this area for food and drink. It was a bit overpriced, but I think the quality was a lot better than a lot of
Brooklyn's
places
is gonna
around.
make a bank now that they're.
Well, yeah, but their
Gonski's,
food's
bro.
still shit,
That's the thing. Brookie's food could be better, but like I prefer. It sounds a bit insensitive, but I prefer the beers at Brooklands
Yeah.
compared to CY. CY's had good beers, but I think
Mm.
they've just got better beers on tap
Yeah.
at Brooklands.
Yeah.
which is usually why it's our
And
spot.
Brookies
kind of
does
thing.
also have CCs on tap.
They do have CCs on tap. It's about $12 in it for a pint. I
About
think.
something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty expensive, but
Man, that does suck. Do you reckon they'll fix it up? Because it's like $5 million damages. I don't know if they'll be able to fix it up.
I reckon they would definitely have insurance on it, 100%. I'm just glad that none of the workers were hurt, none of the pedestrians were hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, apparently some were, but that's the main thing. I'm just so like glad that there was no fatalities. Because imagine like going there, be so bitter going there and like, no, people died here. Like,
there's actually some popping going off around my house.
yeah,
It's
fireworks.
it's WA Day today, so
Yeah.
there's we're on a public holiday, so
Yeah.
there's some fireworks and shit. I actually was a bit scared before, like some pussy was run up around my hood. You know what I'm saying? Pussy, you know what I'm saying?
Like on Ramen and OJ. That's what it made me think of.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually watched Blue Story on Netflix. Have you seen that?
Blue Story.
It's
Nah.
like it's a story. It's like the UK gang scenes. Like,
Yeah.
have you seen Top Boy?
I don't think so, eh?
You need to watch that.
Is it kind of like documentary where they'll pull people aside, have like the
Nah,
interviews
bro,
and
it's
shit,
like
or
a fictional, but
oh, okay.
yeah. Watch Top Boy.
Yeah, right. On Netflix, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Story is like a little spin-off from it.
Oh, okay.
Really good.
No, 100%.
It's really insight. Like, it's really like has a good message
Yeah, right.
at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone is interested in it's like a UK gang,
Yeah.
like gang violence, like shit like that. How
Yeah, you love that kind of stuff. I like Green Street Hooligans and stuff.
yeah,
You love that kind of stuff. Eh?
I do. Yeah.
I do. I mean, I love. I know you and Jamo love the UK scene a bit. Like I love it as well. Like a bit of Skepta, Stormzy, like Chips. Who else is there on the grime list? I'm definitely forgetting some good ones, but no, it's good to like. I go through phases like with music as well. Like I'll listen to a bit of that, like bit of wubs for a while, like bit of rhythm, and then I'll swap to like a lot of UK grime, and then I'll go back to like Aries. I was telling you about Aries. And then like just some rock bands like All American Rejects and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Bro, like just you go through a bit of
Yes.
music is like this for me, man.
Facts,
like,
man. It's like a roller coaster.
It really is,
Literally
bro.
depends on what dude. Literally in the car last night, right?
Mhm.
I was driving. No, it was on the way to the girl's house.
Yeah.
Right. Put on Foo Fighters.
Yep.
Right. Halfway through, right? I'm like, fuck this. UK drill. Fuck this. And then
then
I
you
must have drank
find
or
one.
something.
You know when you keep skipping in your playlist and it's got you got a mixed playlist, right? And you keep skipping and in your heart you don't know what you're looking for, but at the same time you do. You're kind of just like, I just
Yeah.
need to hear that
It
one
happens,
song,
man.
and you're like, oh, yep, that's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like music has been always pretty huge for Lachy, Cole, and myself. Like we thrive on music. You know?
Yeah.
That's something
Without
that we love.
music,
Absolutely, bro.
be a bitter world.
Have you actually, speaking of TV shows and stuff, have you seen The Good Doctor?
No.
It's actually a bloody good show. Like I love.
I've seen some parts of it because
so did I before I've started watching it properly. But there's only 3 seasons. I reckon you should definitely give it a crack. Like it's great. Like,
I don't like that sort of shit, but like,
bro, like
you
it's
know what
not
I mean?
like
Like,
it's not like every other hospital show though. That's the
bro,
thing.
no, not like the whole hospital thing. I hate seeing people fucked up.
Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can see surgeries and stuff. Yeah, it's like proper.
Well, nah,
It is
allow
awesome
that,
though.
brother.
There's a lot of like scenes in it where your heart just like melts for the kid. You're like, oh, bro, like.
And my favorite comedian, Chris Lee, isn't it?
He's in it, yeah. I Snapchatted you the other night. I was like, bruv, your mate.
Chris Lee's doing well. I actually really am. Like, obviously, he's been cancelled. So he's not going to get a role like that
Yeah.
probably ever again.
Yeah.
But, man, it's so good. It's
Bang,
so
bang, bang,
good.
click, click, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. Oh, man. At Cole Chapman. That
Cole
video was for you.
Bang, 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 click, 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 bang, bang, bang.
Work out, go home. You don't matter that much, okay? But, yeah,
we
no,
love
it's
it.
good to see. It's a really good story. Like, he was cancelled, depressed, like, really fucked
Went
up.
through it, eh?
Yeah. And these were accusations, right? Which were probably true,
Yeah.
right? Which I don't condone at all.
Yeah, of course not.
But it's good to see that he's turned his life around.
Yeah.
And he's a family man now.
Yeah.
His
Got a
kid is
missus.
his number one priority.
Yeah.
He's trying to better himself.
For sure.
And I can respect that.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
So, big ups, Chris Lee. I love that
Yeah.
guy, man. Like,
No, good
back
bloke,
when
funny guy.
I was really down in the dumps, I used to watch him.
Yeah, bro.
Because no matter what, he'd make me laugh.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I could rewatch the same thing 100 times and still laugh.
You know what? I can 100% relate to that. Like when I was going through it, like I was never depressed, but there was times where I just kind of felt like, oh, like 'cause I'm a perfectionist in my mind. Like if something's not perfect the way that I want, I'll get pretty upset. Like, And I used to watch Carl Barron. I still watch Carl Barron. You know? And like he's had this Netflix special.
Don't drop them.
Yeah, drop them.
Drop them.
And I would just put it on Netflix, like literally every day after school. It would just make me laugh. Like, even though I could say all the jokes off by heart, but it just kind of gave me comfort. I just loved it, you know. Like, yeah, he was like, that's what I'm saying. Crystal Leaf is like Carl Barron for me. Like he was really there for me when I needed to laugh. You know what I mean?
There's one bit that Carl Barron does.
Yeah, go on.
And he's like making Milo.
Yeah,
he's putting in the cup.
2 spoonfuls of Milo. He's like, he's like, oh yeah, milk. It's gonna fuck the Milo up.
He's like, go to bed, garbage guts.
Yeah. Bro.
I love Carl Barron.
He goes,
he's so funny.
He is great, isn't he? He was telling a story about how his dad would just like wake him up in the middle of the night. He'd be like, I was sleeping one night. My dad comes bursting in, goes, Carl, don't get married.
Yeah. Is that the one where he's talking about him and his dad, him and his mum, like his dad and his mum fighting and stuff?
Yeah.
I love that.
And he was talking about how like his dad, whatever his dad tells him to do, he just does the opposite.
Mm.
That's it, Carl, let all the flies in. Alrighto, boys, come on in. That's it, Carl, leave all the lights on. Is Blake serious or what?
Nah, it's funny because it's the Aussie like humour.
Yeah, it's the classic Aussie observational humour.
Yeah,
the one that we love. He's like, oh, do you want the sausage roll, Carl? Oh no, why? Oh, it tastes like shit. Oh yeah, I love a bit of shit. Yeah, good vibes. He's definitely great value. Yeah, if anyone.
I love stand-up comedy. Man,
I love
for
it
real.
too.
I was watching some like old school Eddie Murphy.
Oh, like Raw and like
yeah,
bro.
Man,
That is funny.
good.
Goony goo goo.
Yeah.
What the fuck is goony
Bro,
goo goo?
that one special he did with the red leather suit on.
Yeah.
Oh fuck me.
Yeah, I forgot what that was. That was Delirious, wasn't it?
Yeah, quite possibly.
I think it was. I think that's what it is. I can't. Yeah, don't quote me on that. But
have you ever watched Bert Kreischer?
don't think so, eh?
Yeah, get on him.
I've heard Jim Jeffries
and
is pretty funny.
Jim Jeffries is good. I don't really like him. He's a bit of a weirdo.
I've never watched him religiously. Like I have Carl Barron. He's probably the only one I've watched religiously. If I'm being honest. Russell Peters. He's great too.
Yeah,
Indian
Russell
comedian.
Peters
He's
good.
funny.
No,
yeah.
Russell Peters is good. Yeah. Tom Segura's good too. If you haven't
never
seen
heard of
him. He's fucking funny, man. Oh, and Joey Diaz. Holy shit. I will send you some Joey Diaz shit.
Yeah, go on then, yeah.
Oh, man, it's so funny. He was... okay, I'll give one story. He was like talking... he was on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how when he was... because he used to be a fat kid. He still is fat. You know, he's still fatty. But he said that he hadn't shit in like 3 days. And then he had to go on like a trip to play basketball.
Yeah.
And he was on the bus with all the cheerleaders, players and shit.
Yeah.
And he farted. Right?
Yeah.
And apparently it was so bad.
No.
People were crying. And one of the teachers goes, "He's changing flavors." He's changing flavors.
What?
And he was telling about how the cheerleaders were going, like it was so bad. And people were like trying to get out the windows and shit.
Parts where you can like taste them, bro. It's
Oh,
bad.
man,
It's bad,
dude.
bro.
Honestly, like any of those comedians, man, so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I think
good.
stand up, like sometimes, like stand up could be so underrated though. Most
very
of the time.
underrated.
Like to get a good laugh and to feel happy, I feel like our generation just doesn't really listen to stand up unless you were brought up with stand up when you were growing up. You know what I mean? Like
it's very old school
It
stand
is,
up. Yeah,
it
it's
is.
like not really respected as much these days.
it's not easy, and like I know it sounds super generic, but like Kevin Hart, bro, he cracks
my
me
God.
up. Like he puts me in.
I was
fits,
actually
bro.
watching
like in fits.
compilation videos of him and The Rock.
Bro, they're
They're so
funny.
good together.
Like they are like hilarious. Like he posted a photo. He bought like a new like Lamborghini, I think it was. Oh no, like a Ferrari. And he goes new whip. And then The Rock is like, "Oh, you need that booster seat though." And then like the Kevin Hart just goes, "You're just jealous. You're a rhino looking ass can't fit in this car."
Bro, look at this. I won't put you able to put the clip up. Bro, these fireworks are going madness right now. Pussy up. So backstory, right? She's asking him if there was a Jumanji League of Superheroes.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
you know the Jumanji show?
Yeah, I love that one, yeah.
Jumanji League of Superheroes, and where you were Black Adam, and Karen was Nebula, and Jack was Nacho Libre, who would Kevin be?
Honky Pete. He'd be Honky Pete.
What would his superpowers be?
I'd be Black Adam. Looking at Honky Pete.
Bro. He's crying, bro.
Oh, there's some
Bro, they're dead. They're crying. Actual way.
Honky Pete. I mean, you would see that movie, Black Adam.
And Honky Pete.
Honky Pete.
Wait, look, listen to what his superhero. Super. How?
Explain why a Honky Pete would have pockets.
Because no other superhero has pockets. Think
Black
about
Adam
it.
doesn't have pockets.
No other superheroes ever put anything in their pocket. Ever. Honky Pete.
I don't know why it's so funny.
Superhero like, give me that. Like gum.
He has like gum chains.
You got it
How
all,
good
bro.
is that Honky
Oh,
Pete?
bro, that is
Oh,
great,
Man, when
bro.
when I watched that, I was literally in bed crying.
Bro, yeah.
Like,
I think I actually was
crying.
tue. I swear I've seen that interview before as well. Just after the second
Good.
Jumanji
Yeah,
movie.
so good.
Yeah, no, that is top class. That one.
Yeah. All right. Second big news.
Go on then.
So we had a big conversation last Thursday at the pub.
Yes, sir.
Long story short, you're looking at the future co-host of the Being Human show.
Wow. Is
Harrison
that so?
is being transitioned into the role of co-host. So
Oh,
welcome
man.
aboard.
Thank you very much. It's such an
Um,
honor. It's actually a surprise to me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know,
I've
so
done a lot of thinking, and that's why I got you on today, just
I
to give you that
really-
news.
That's great. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That makes sense now because you were like, oh,
Yeah.
I'd love to have you on today. I would
Yeah.
love to. So
So we're gonna transition him in. So
see how we go.
within the next few episodes,
Yep.
I got a couple of guests lined up, so might knock them off first, and then you'll be seeing a lot more of Harry around.
Look forward to it, mate. Thank you.
I just love the positive vibes.
Nah,
you know.
man, it's always a good time. I mean,
This podcast is probably not going to be that fab because we haven't planned it out. But
Yeah.
once it's all planned out, I reckon we'll bounce pretty
oh,
well.
absolutely. You know, we got some good things, and we have questions as well. Questions are a good thing to take up time and dive
Yeah.
into new topics. So,
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
yes, sir.
It's not just going to be me anymore. It's going to be me and Harrison. So
Look forward to it. It'll still be Lachlan Presents Being Human show.
Yeah, but, you
I
know,
would love to bounce ideas because we have very
me,
good
Me and Honky Pete.
honky. Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
It's my
So
resume.
technically, it's still going to be my show, but
Yeah.
Harry's going to be just to bounce it off, help
Bounce
me
off
out.
ideas. Yeah, if he needs any help. I mean, like, I used to do YouTube back in the day as well.
HarryCMB.
HarryCMB. It was great fun.
Throw it up, bro.
Yeah, throw it up, CMB. You know how it is. Almost freaking went peace, love, positivity. Freaking prosperity one. You know, Star Trek. I don't watch Star Trek, but no. I used to do YouTube. And then shortly after I was doing YouTube, that's when Jamo actually started doing YouTube.
Yep.
He had some great content, a lot of good like cricket videos and all those good sports videos, and then he eventually remodeled his channel into Jamo and Dylan Show. And then obviously last week you were talking about Evan and his YouTube.
Yeah,
channel back.
Evan's a good story, man.
Yeah,
And his podcast.
I'm
man,
loving
they're already
I'm
blown
actually-
mine out the water.
dude, I'm loving PNC lads at the minute. Yeah,
Doing
it's
some
good.
serious numbers
Yeah,
as
no,
well.
it's-
Like
it's
their
good.
TikTok, they had 25 followers last Sunday.
Yeah.
They now have nearly 4K.
So I
Yeah.
just blew into the mic. It's gonna be a pain to edit afterwards, but that is amazing, dude.
Yeah.
It is good
So,
lad chat on.
I'm
that
actually
one.
going to be on I think they're releasing it tomorrow, so I'll be on that episode.
Oh,
So
sweet.
keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be
You'll
good.
see it on my socials and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, by the time this podcast comes out, it'll already be up.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
Absolutely.
How good's that?
That's phenomenal.
It'll be good to have someone else, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably still do solo episodes every now and
Yeah,
again. And maybe we
exactly.
might try and get you to do a solo episode. That'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm not fussed with solo episodes. I'm no stranger to talking in front of the camera, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
But also, with this podcast, we're also going to do other content.
yeah.
It's going to be obviously more podcast, but we're going to
Yeah.
do some YouTube videos as well.
Yeah.
Because
That's the plan. Like,
I've been chatting to the boys a bit,
mm,
and they have their ideas, I have mine.
Yeah.
And, you know, whether they want to do collabs or whatever.
yeah, anything like that.
We're gonna
Challenges.
try and build up the platform a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's always good to have people who kind of have the same goals and ideas as you. That's
Yeah.
what's great. You know,
So we're all
especially
working together as one big.
to kind of give a
Yeah.
lot of more recognition to people with ideas in WA. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really have
Well, that's
much
right,
content
yeah.
over here. Like,
Because I know there's a lot of
I-
smaller
creators like me.
Yeah.
Um,
Dylan talks about it all the time. How there's like no
yeah,
one really
there's
knows
heaps of
anyone
small,
here, bro.
small sort of with small audiences like
Yeah.
mine, for example, who end up giving up after 6 months because you know what I mean.
It's too tough, bro.
But you know, if it's like
it
if
really
there's a
is.
little group of us and we try and incorporate more people, then we might get a ball rolling on a bigger thing. So.
That's pretty much why I quit YouTube back in the day, was because once I hit like I think 210 subs, like 210 subs, like it was a good feeling, and I was like, oh, like I could actually like do this, you know, and you know still finish school and go to uni, blah blah blah. And then time just got away from me, bro.
Yeah,
Like, and
bro.
like it was kind of like I had no motivation, and I feel like the main reason was probably because I was doing it on my own. Like it's different, you know, when you got to do shit on your own, and you don't have people to bounce off like good energy, because obviously we like to bounce off good energy. We
Yeah,
love
bro.
bouncing good energy off Cole, because Cole's on that bloody grind as well. You know, he's on other grinds and stuff in his life. So yeah, no, but I mean, it is exciting stuff. I mean, we'll definitely see what we got planned. You know.
Yeah. We're gonna have a big sit down
Yeah.
and then sort everything out.
Yeah.
Get it right for the people.
Yeah, exactly. We want to deliver good content, good chats and stuff. And like I said, I am here to pretty much support Lachlan and obviously have a good time, pretty much, you know.
We're a team still though.
Absolutely. We'll definitely be a team. I'll help him, he'll help me, you know, and even with the other boys, you know, help them out,
Yeah.
help us out.
Well, that's
it.
right. We're supporting each other. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Do you
absolutely.
have anything else to? Oh, songs.
Songs.
Songs,
Before
message.
we jump into songs, do you have any funny stories that you'd like to share between me and you? Because I might have one, I think.
If
but
you've got it, share it. I really don't have much, dude.
I don't have a lot of funny stories. There is one time when, what was it, in primary school, we like got locked in the toilet because we were like, some bloke was like chasing after us. We were proper
Fuck yeah,
scared,
dude.
bro.
Oh, dude, yeah.
We
I know
were
exactly
scared.
what you're talking about.
Bro, like it was not a good time, and like the whole toilet was full as well. We sprinted into the cubicle. All the boys were in the line. They're like, "What the hell is going on?" And bear in mind, we were like, what, year 3, year 2?
Or something, yeah.
Yeah,
I
fuck,
do
bro.
remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
Wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Nah, but
But, you know, if that happened now, I'd just be like, walk out and go, what up, blood?
what's up? What you saying, fam? What's good, hammy? Have you seen that?
What?
Haunted House, that movie. What's good, hammy?
Oh, what's good? Yeah,
What's good,
yeah.
hammy? Yeah, no. But so what was next songs? Did you say
Yeah, what's your song of the week?
song of the week?
Because you've already given your anthem, haven't you? You said
Yeah,
Aries,
I
but
love
you weren't.
Aries song, but
It
my
was pretty
I think,
broad.
Yeah, I think my anthem at the minute for I'm always bumping Aries, but there is, you know, Slime and B, that album, Slime and B with Young Thug and Chris
Oh, yeah,
Brown.
and yep. Chris Brown,
I think it's called I'll go to the album real quick.
Nice.
I've had a good succession. I
Good.
think I Got Time. That one is a fantastic
I got
song.
time, Chris Brown, Young Thug,
I
and
think
Shout
that's
to
my
God.
anthem at the minute. Yeah.
Go
and
Crazy is always a good
Go
song. as
Crazy
well.
also good, and Help Me Breathe is fantastic as well.
Everything you do is amazing.
But
Go
song of the
crazy.
week, my friend.
What you need.
Do you reckon you can guess it? Probably won't be able to. It's pretty broad, obviously. It's way too many
Nope, no
songs.
idea.
All American Rejects. Move Along.
Not the song I thought, but
Oh.
still a good song.
Great song. It's all about, you know, just no matter how hard it gets, you just got to keep persevering,
Nice.
keep going through, trust the process. You
Nice.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah, I
think
love
it's very
that.
fitting.
I love that. My song of the week.
Go on then, son.
There is a clip of me doing my little DJ ting at Evan's house.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have my DJ account, it's right here. I put it here because it's
Neff
easy
Dubs.
to edit.
Yep.
Neff
Neff
Dubs.
Dubs.
Please get around it. Show your friends, show your uncles, dads,
Aunties, grandma.
dogs. I don't care anything. Just spread it around. Trying to get that notification, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
My song of the week is "Come On" by Will Sparks. It's a new song that he released.
Never heard. I definitely have to give it a
Super
listen.
duper sick track. Goes super hard as well. So that's my song of the week.
Lovely.
Do you have a message? What's our message?
Our message for this week, I think, would be believe in yourself and trust your actions.
And follow what you love.
Follow what you love. Do what you
Never
love.
give up on what you love.
Absolutely. Don't let anyone change you.
That's right. Do what it like. That's what me and Evan were saying. Do something we haven't done before last week. That was the message.
Yeah.
Do
Try
that,
it.
and then if you love it, follow that shit.
Yeah,
So there you go.
absolutely.
That's a follow up from last week.
Sweet.
It's
a good wrap up, I reckon.
So yeah, there you go. Big future
Delicious.
ahead, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's first of many episodes for me and Harrison, I think.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Thanks for watching.
yeah. I think that's it.
Thanks
Love
for
you all.
sticking around.
It's been fabulous, and we shall see you guys next week for episode 14.
Catch you later.
Ciao, ciao.